to I can do it here on the mix window, or I can do it on the edit window. I don't mind either. The reason why I like doing it on the edit window is because I can see the waveforms and I could see the different stanzas or the different arrangements, parts of the song. So I can just go there and start bringing my levels down. And I have a PreSonus fader port, so it makes it easier for me because I can just come up or down on the volumes. Here it's good. It's more of a visual. And when I'm doing the static mix, I'm not looking at the meters. I'm just trying to hear the sound that I want to hear. But we'll do a combination of both. Make sure your metering is no longer in pre-fader metering, because start with the chorus. Dot, 4, dot. There's more instruments playing and the mix gets, it feels a little louder there. Before I get started with the static mix, I want to create some groups. That way I can manage the levels of the entire group. And I guess this is where VCAs would come in handy. Okay, so I've created a stems group, loops, drums, guitars, instruments, vocals. Right now all of the groups are engaged. If I click on the groups here, they're all deselected. I chose the letters, the first letter of each group's name. So in the case of the loops, I selected the letter L. So when I'm in the mix window, if I just hit L, it immediately engages the loops group. And I hit it again, it deselects it. If I want the drums as a group selected or activated, I hit D, and you can see here, D, and you can also see it here. No group engaged. Okay. Just for those of you that may have Pro Tools 12.2, let me go ahead and create some VCAs. And I'm going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I'm just going to do stereo VCAs. I guess it doesn't matter because a VCA is a VCA. Create. And it's just going to put them over here. Let me bring them somewhere over here, wherever I'm working at. Just do that for now. And this is going to help me. Okay, now I got to assign them to a group. So I'm going to call this one loops, drums, guitars, instruments, vocals and stems. Okay, there we go. So instead of me clicking here when the group is activated, whoops, drums is activated. Didn't I select all of those? Okay, I guess it gets rid of the groups. Interesting. Okay. Loops, drums. All right, I don't know how to use VCAs yet, so let's just use them. I'm gonna bring all of the groups down, and this is gonna leave my, if you notice when I did the groups, I didn't select the buses, my mix bus or my master fader. Okay, and I'm going to show you, if you don't have VCAs and you want to do a similar workflow, let me show you how to do that also. Now I'm getting sidetracked here, but I think it's going to be beneficial. Okay, let's go ahead and create an auxiliary. Mono, it doesn't matter. Create it here. Okay, and let's call this one loop VCA. How about that? And let's make sure there is no output. Okay, so it looks like this. And then what you want to do is make this loop VCA part of this group. And the way we can do that is if we go to the loops VCA, click on the left ear, hold shift and double click. And then we're going to add it here. See the loop VCA? We're going to add it to this group. So if you don't have VCAs, all right, now we're going to make sure it's engaged, which it is. But now let's get rid of these VCAs real quick. Okay, should be able. Okay, yep. Okay, so if you don't have VCAs and you want to do a similar workflow because you're too lazy to just drag one of the faders, you can just grab this auxiliary that you created, and let's just call it loop VCA, LVCA, and then you do that. See that? It does that if you want to do that, or if you want to have all your auxiliary tracks somewhere in between. Let's create a drum auxiliary input. Let's call this one D VCA for drums, and you can put it on the notes drums VCA. A little extra work for you. You bring that here. Don't select the drum bus when you're readjusting the group. So you can go here. Let's activate the drum group, and you can go here and go modify. Now let's look for the drum VCA. Add it. So everything's at the center now. Now if you move this, it'll move that. Now you have you're starting to build your VCAs. So if you have these two, see, now you have your VCAs where you can. Okay, so what you want to do here is make sure you have no output selected. So it's grayed out like this, and then you can use some weird funky color to help you cope with the fact that it's not an actual VCA, but it's a made up VCA. So see that? That does that, and it also does it for the loops. So now you have control of that. I don't see a need for this, but I'm just showing you. Okay, so now that we're done messing around, let's go ahead and get some static mixes. And for this.